So I just figured out that you actually can screen record on an Android. I have the Galaxy A51, and I'm just now noticing that you can go over, pull down your menu bar, and go over to screen record. So super cool. I did a YouTube video today, and so I'm going to go ahead. It was about 15 minutes long, so this should take us about 20 to 25 minutes to edit. So I would just watching this when you have time. I use the KineMaster app. So when you are doing your video, you press this center button here, the biggest one, to add your video. If you want to post this to YouTube or to Instagram or the IGTV, it has the different options there for you. I typically just use the YouTube one because that's the majority of time that's what I'm posting to. Now this can also be useful for TikTok as well. The majority of the time with TikTok you have a minimum, I think it's like 1 minute, and so what I do is I duplicate the file that I'm editing now, and I'll show you how to do that, and then I just speed it up to where it fits within that 1 minute slot. So basically you're using this content that you just created for YouTube. You're using it for TikTok as well as Facebook and Instagram. So you can go through and take snippets out if you want to. And like I said, you can speed it up or slow it down based upon how you're posting it and where you're posting. The third button to the right is where you can duplicate this so that you can use it for other things, such as like if you want to use it for your TikToks but you want to speed it up or make it faster, you can use that. So the third button is how you duplicate it. Again, you just pick something like for sizing purposes, and it just duplicates it for you. So then you can go and it titles it as the copy. And let's just say you did a tutorial and you wanted to speed up the entire video. You would just go through and select one at a time all of the portions. So you would hit speed, how fast you want it to be. If you want it really fast, I normally do like 5. And then you mute it so that it doesn't have that chipmunk sound. And then you just go in and you do that for everyone. Now, what you may have to do is go in and edit out some to make it fit. You probably will have to trim it some more because I think the allowance for TikTok is like 1 minute. So we're going to go ahead and use this top left corner here. You go into camera or wherever you have your video saved. And then if you'll see the pictures, they have, it looks like the little picture sign. But your video, it has your, it has like a film. So now I just have to figure out which one I'm going to do or pick. I think it was this one. Okay, so the video is about 21 minutes, so it should take us about maybe 30 minutes or less. So you just, with your finger, just wipe it over. You swipe your finger to the right, but it's taking you to the beginning of your video. And you hit this check mark in the top right-hand corner. And then what you do is you just play your video, and then we'll go from there. Hey, it's Tiff, and I'm back with the third week to my series, 5 things that nobody tells you about starting your online boutique, your online business, or your business period. Today we're going to be talking about inventory. So we've covered your audience, we have covered, see, this is something we're going to cut out because I lost my train of thought. I know you had mentioned that, you know, sometimes you want to look down at your paper. So you can definitely do that because you can edit it out. Okay, so let's go back to the point that we thought, you know, we wanted to stop at before we got our thoughts together. Today, we're going to be talking about inventory. So we've covered your audience. We have covered. Okay, so what I did was just tap the screen. I literally just tapped that roll down there that has our video. And that's where I want to stop at. So where this red line is where the video is going to cut off at. So what we do, where that red line is, we're going to hit where these scissors are. And then we're going to split it at playhead. If you want to split it and insert a freeze frame, what that does is, like, I'll show you towards the end of the video what the split and insert freeze frame does. That's if you want to literally take like a part of your video and make it a photo. But we're not doing that in this instance. So we're just going to split it at the playhead and hit the check mark. And then I always like to go back a little bit, you know, hear how it flows and everything. So we've covered your audience. We have covered so we've covered. Okay, so that is where I want to stop at. So what I'll do is I hit the screen again. It automatically stops it as at where it automatically stops it at, you know, where it was playing at. So we want to delete everything to the left of where that red line is. So we hit the scissors again and we trim to the left and then hit play. Then always I go back and listen to how it flows. I'm going to have to trim to the right as well because it looks like I started over. Your audience, we have covered. So we've covered your audience. And so I'll cut that right part off and let's see if it flows seamlessly. So we've covered your audience, covered So I need to cut out a little bit more on this end. Now inventory. So we've covered your audience, covered knowing your audience, showing up for your audience. Now we're going to be talking about inventory. So you know what audience you want to reach. You know. Okay, so we need to cut that one. You know. Inventory. So you know what audience you want to reach. And then I'm going to split at playhead again. What this just does is allow us to trim either to the right or the left based on what we need to cut off. What audience you want to reach. You know, you know what audience you want to reach. You have a want to reach. And we're going to split to the left. And then we go back and listen again to make sure everything is seamless. You know what audience you want to reach. You have a plan on how you want to reach them. And then the third thing is going to be okay. Plan on how you want to reach them. And then the third thing is going to be, so the third thing is, please excuse all my facial expressions. Like, this literally is the truth behind the scenes. Know what audience you want to reach. You have a plan on how you want to reach them. And then, so the third thing is, so it's pretty much the same thing each time. The same thing is, you know, just tapping the screen, hitting the scissors, splitting at playhead, and then deciding the right or the left that you want to trim. On how you want to reach them. And then, so the third thing is, once you have them, and then, so we're going to take out the and then part. And then, and if you trim too much or you don't trim enough, there's a undo button. So you see this arrow over here to the left, that undoes what you just did. Now say we wanted to delete this whole section that's highlighted in orange, so all of that needed to go. We just hit this trash can, and oops, we actually wanted to keep that. We hit the arrow over here again, and it brings it back. So same thing. What audience you want to reach, you have a plan on how you want to reach them. And so the third thing is, once you have them, okay, now let's show you how you would speed it up. So say you were doing a tutorial. I know you said you like to do your crafting and things like that, but say like it's, you know, it's not really, you're not really talking about anything, you're just showing them and you want to speed it up. So what you're gonna do, just say like this section, this is how you would split at playhead on each end that you want to split up, that you want to speed up. So for an example, you split this section, the second cross mark right here, you split that at the playhead. Now let's see this whole section where the red mark is and where the plus mark is, that is the section that you want to speed up. You would click the screen again, hit the X mark, split at playhead. What that's doing is sectioning out the parts that you want to speed up. So you don't want to speed up the whole entire video. You just want to speed up this particular section. So you click that section that you want to speed up. You just split at playhead twice. Then you hit speed and you click the speed that you want it to go to. If you watch my makeup videos, sometimes I speed at 2 and then some I speed at 5. What this message is telling me that right now it's not gonna look right, but once you save it, it's gonna look right. So don't worry about how choppy it looks, because when you save it, it does look right. So that whole section is sped up, and let's just show you the plan on how you want to reach them. So let's see how that split that up. Now to keep from that squeaky noise, it's in that speed section as well, and you just mute that audio part. Have a plan on how you want to reach them. And see how we split that up. Now just say you wanted to add music to that section, so you just hit, I'm sorry, that same part, and then you go to audio, and you have to have the audio already saved to your phone. So then you just pick the sound or the music that you want in that section. You can save it to your phone, you can get it from here, or if you want music playing at the beginning, you want to do that. Or say you wanted to add a video or something like that at this section, you'll hit media, or you want to add a picture in that section. You can do that. So let's go over it again. You just basically what you do is the cursor, which is the red part. You have the cursor where you want the information to go. So if you wanted the music, you could hit audio and pick the music. You can hit record and you can say start. Hi, Nicole, it's Tiffany. Stop. Then it has the part that you added. To confirm everything, you hit that check mark. Now say you wanted to put words on the screen, so you hit layer. You put, if you wanted to put another picture on top of there, you can do that and play around with the sizing. Or if you just wanted to, like if you were saying, I put the picture over in the left hand corner, and that's how you would do that. It's going to be a section where I talk about how I store my boutique stuff, and so I'll probably put a picture over there. Again, to confirm, we hit that check mark. Layer again is if you want to put something on the screen. So hello. There you can play around with it. You can pick the color that you want it to be. You can do it like if you wanted animations on it. So just the overview. So let's go back and just look at everything that we did. And it's messing up because this screen record section is right there in the spot that I need to press OK. Okay, so here we go. I have a plan on how you want to reach them. We sped it up. We added a picture through the media section. So let's get into that. Hi, Nicole. We added audio. We recorded. Video, the third week of my we layered to add that photo. Now we want to erase all of that because we don't like it. We just hit this back button. Until we get back to our original thing. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to pause the recording because I think we got kind of like the basis of how everything works. So we went over how to record a voice on top. So if you wanted to record a voice on top, you would want to mute this section by doing speed and just muting it. And then you would add whatever you wanted to say on top by hitting record. So that little check mark, yeah, I can move it. Okay, so just hitting the record. And if you wanted to add music on something that you have sped up, you hit audio. If you want to add something on top, like a photo or a text or a sticker, or if you want to write on your screen, you can, utilize all of those things. And I'm just hitting the back button to delete everything that we just did. Media, it takes you to everything that's saved on your phone. So if you want to insert anything that's saved on your phone, that is the space that you would do that. All right, so I'm going to pause the recording, and then if I do anything different, I'll record again, and then we will go back and kind of watch, have an overview of how the recording turned out. Okay, so I started recording again because I wanted to show you how to take a part of your video and make it a photo. So for like your thumbnail is what the person sees when they first visit your YouTube video. If you wanted to make a thumbnail, you would do this step. Well, if you wanted to take that away, if you want to do a thumbnail, I have another video that I'm gonna make for you. But if you want to just take a portion of your video and make it a photo, I'll just show you how to do that. So let's play. We didn't do a whole lot. Believe it or not, we didn't do a face full of makeup. So this is where, like, where I'm smiling and stuff, this is where I know I wanted to do, I wanted to grab those images from this video to make a photo. So how you do that? First of all, we need to split this, face full of makeup, the screen, the playhead. We're just doing that as kind of like a placeholder because I'm obviously not going to post, all of these posing positions. So this is how it goes. A face full of makeup. So I want, and how I'm making it slow-mo like this, I'm literally holding my finger on the video portion, like that roll down at the bottom, and I'm slowly moving it so that I can stop it at a space that I want. Like I want this right here. So we hit this scissors again, and we split and insert freeze frame. Now that looks like it saved, on your video, but you just delete that. And then what you do is when you go into your pictures and stuff, you're going to be able to see it saved. It saved that right to your camera roll. So we're going to continue to do that for the ones that we want. I want that one. And then I just delete it because it already saved it. Okay, so I did this 5 because I'm covering 5 things. So I want to save my little fat fingers. I think this is a good one. Okay, so we can pretty much delete all of this because that's all just posing stuff. So let's go back and clear out. Believe it or not, we didn't do a face full of makeup. We can delete that. Believe it or not, we didn't do a face full of makeup. I think we're going to be able to delete that. We didn't do a face full of makeup. We can delete all of those. Oh, see, I did too much. And I just hit the undo button. You see our video, I think it was starting at like 21 or 22 minutes. So now it's down to 20. And you see, I'm taking as many breaks as I want to because I'm editing that out. So we just hit again and we do to the left. Face full of makeup. Thanks for liking and subscribing and leave. So I cut too much off, so let's go back. Didn't do a face full of makeup. Thank you guys for liking and subscribing. Believe it or not, we didn't do a face full of makeup. Thank you guys for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment down below. So let's get into this video. Now, you can do, some people don't like to do stuff like that, but I like to do like a little, like we're going to split playhead again. We're going to save the change. And I like to do just like a little transition. So you can just hit that, like that plus sign there, and then pick what kind of transition you want to do. I don't like that plain, so let's do that. All right, so let's go back and look. Do a face full of makeup. Thank you guys for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment down below. So let's get into inventory. See, I wanted that to be just a little bit longer. I think I kind of speeded it up some. Let's see if changing like the speed does anything. Thank you guys for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment down below. So let's get into this video. Inventory. Let's slow it down a little bit more. I wonder why. So I don't know why it won't let us click on that again. I guess it said, you know what, you made too many changes, which is fine, but let's just see what it did. Subscribing and leaving a comment down below. So let's get into this inventory. I'm gonna pause and I'll be back. So here I'm talking about how I got the tote from Lowe's. So I'm gonna go into you can do media or layer, but I'm gonna go into media. What I believe the difference is that media media puts it like in the video, and then layering, it adds it to like the screen. And I think I like it when they add it to the screen versus you know. And then if you want it to be on there shorter distance or longer distance, you can play with it that way. But I just want it on there for a short distance. And I'm going to delete this section that I just added. And so let's see how it plays out. Let's cater to the audience that I want to cater to. So then we can go into how to store your inventory. Okay, so you see how that's off. So really I could just slide it down and then slide this part down as well, so that it matches whenever I'm talking about this specific item that I want to show. So then we can go into how to store your inventory. If you're just starting off, more than likely you're storing this stuff in your home. You can get totes. I got totes from Lowe's. I will link everything down below in the description bar. I got totes from Lowe's and I put my stuff in there. I also got a rack from Amazon. Okay, so I just stopped it there. I did layers because I wanted like a part of my video and not covering the whole screen. So I took the photo, and so I can just add that. A rack from Amazon, and I store my stuff there as well. Perfect. Guys, I'm not perfect, but I'm doing this so that we can grow together. I'm doing this again so that you can learn from my mistakes and learn from the stuff that I did wrong, and I learned from the stuff that I took my losses on. So hopefully this has been super helpful to you. I love you guys. Thank you so much for rocking with me. Please share this video with somebody you know may need it, and I'll talk to you guys next week. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to my KineMaster tutorial. Special shout out to somebody who pushed me to make this. I honestly never thought about making a tutorial for KineMaster, but I had somebody to ask me about it, and so here we are. Please like, please subscribe, please follow me on social media outlets. Thank you, guys.